So I bought this little Stihl TS350. It's from the 1980s. Little concrete cutting, stone cutting saw. Yeah, and it was £30 on a market, called Earlstown Market, round by Warrington. And when I bought it, it had the lead on the spark plug chopped off. So I put it to start, which is up, stuck my finger over it, and I gave the cord a yank, and there was no sparks up my finger, you know, there was no current jumping into my finger. So I thought, right, okay, so the coil's dead. He actually wanted 40 quid for it, and I said, I'm not paying 40, the coil's buggered, and anything else could have gone. So I got it for 30. The air filter goes in the back here. I've just sent off for a new air filter kit. That goes in on those two pins there, like so, and then that goes over it, and there should be another piece of cloth which goes over that as well, but that's missing right at this moment. But to take the unit apart, you can actually just loosen these two screws here and here, then the orange cut and that one remove it completely there, take the plug off, and you can actually slip the orange cover forwards and out without removing this off the carb. I know that now. I didn't know when I first did it, because I went and took the two Allen screws out down at the bottom inside there, not realizing it was easier to do. Then once you've taken that off, you can take, in fact, looking at it, silly me, I didn't have to do any of that. All I had to do was take these three screws out here, 1, 2, 3, take them off, the cover comes off, then inside your so the pull cord part comes off with that, then inside you're presented with like a cooling fan, an aluminium casting, and in the middle it's got a central nut which is say 17 millimeters, and then 3 screws around the outside. You need a puller to take the unit apart. So what you basically do is get a washer like this. If you can do welding, get a washer, drill 3 holes in it which line up with the holes in the aluminium cover, yeah? Then get a little piece of steel, weld that on, and weld a nut on it, say an M10 nut. That gives you the ability to then wind that nut in, and you can pull the Magneto unit out. So I created that, so that works. Just bits of scrap I had lying around. So that's a Magneto cover remover. Changed the coil pack which came out, and this is the old coil pack which I removed, and I've written on there, this should be 6.4 k ohms between the actual output of the coil, which I've removed the wire on at the moment. You can see there's like a wood screw sat in there, and you basically get a piece of ignition coil wire, and you screw it onto that, and that's what this is here, 5 millimeter, and it goes up to the plug cap. Now it should be 6.4 k ohms, or in fact just under 6 k ohms, as I've now found out. When you measure between there and the case, the earth, or between there and the positive, which is on this little capacitor, a condenser they call them on a Magneto, but it's essentially a capacitor. You should put a little bit of grease on this little bit of felt here as well when you put it all back together. The other thing which was wrong with this was the points were stuck. It's been out of use for so long that there was some corrosion inside there, and I had to force it and lube it all up with some penetrating oil, WD-40 I think, and I got the thing operating, but after measuring I realised the coil was bust, so I got a second-hand coil on eBay for about £18 delivered, and fitted that in, and now she's a runner, so all good. Let's see if I can get this thing to run, eh? Put it on start. Known as a dancing still saw.